2021. I don't have any trailer for this or anything, but I do have this really shitty Photoshop that I found right now.
Oh no! Oh wow! Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, people, this is The Harder They Fall, which is a black western that's going to be showing up on Netflix with Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Zazie Beetz, Lakeith Stanfield, Delroy Lindo, and Regina King.
That is an all-star cast, right
It's a
there.
great cast.
Wow. Very impressive.
Even though that's a really horrible Photoshop.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Wow, the film grain is completely different. In both of those. And why would the smaller figure be in the front?
This is two different movies. That's taken from the background, somebody's trip at the Grand Canyon.
Right.
The smoke is fake coming out his mouth.
Oh, it sure is.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. So, we are here in 2021 already, and it's looking to be just as fucked up as 2020. Yeah, but sadly, you know what? One thing we can always look forward to, or can you? We can't even depend on that anymore.
No.
Movies. You know, there was a time we could look back and say, hey, you know what? These movies are sure to come out on this date, and we are very much looking forward to them. Now, we don't even know if that's going to happen since they're doing the old, you know, the true Hollywood shuffle.
Yeah,
just
right.
Moving dates around. Yeah. They don't know where they're going to go.
We have a vaccine, but you can't get it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know when things are going to open up in the theaters anymore. There's people talking about, you put my shit on stream and I'm going to sue you until you figure out what to do with it. I don't know. Can't put it in theaters. So what you want us to do? I don't know, but I don't want it there.
Sit down, M. Night.
Yeah.
His stuff does not need to be seen in a theater. I can tell you that right now.
I don't know where I want it, but I know where I don't want it. We don't know what's happening with movies, but that has not stopped us from talking about, from what we know right now, are our most anticipated movies of 2021. Now, one of the things that I'm thinking that we can be positive about is that, you know, they're not going to be pushed to maybe 2022, and I think they will actually come out in 2021, one way or another. So we put them on our list anyway. But what I did was I categorized these in several ways. I categorized them, first of all, by the expectations for them, because at least I know from my expectation of these movies, they come from different areas. You know, this is going to be fun. I'm more curious about this. Oh, and these are the movies that look like more cinema, you know. So that's how I put those together. But I also categorized them by the overlap that we had in our list. Okay. Just to speed things along. Sure. So Martin doesn't have to be here till 11 p.m. or midnight talking about shit he doesn't want to talk about anymore. Because Martin gave me a list. Martin gave me a list, and I told him I made it, and he said, now wait a minute, you didn't have to use all of them. I was like, hey man, I use everything you give me. Use every part of the pig you give me. So I'm going to start out with the overlap and some explanations of why we are expecting these things. And since I got your list first today,
okay,
I'm going to do the list where you and I have the same movies that we're expecting. And this is a movie that we talked about.
Do we have no three-way overlap?
I don't think you do.
Wow.
No.
Surprised.
That's what was so great about these lists.
Okay.
Yeah, you and I have overlap. Mm-hmm. Chris, you and I have overlap. But apparently you two don't like each other. Don't want to talk to him.
Well, he hates Scoob, so.
Yeah, I do. They ain't even announced Scoob 2, and Martin's looking for it already. He put that on his list. I know it's coming. All right, so let's start out with our list.
Okay.
Right, and this is something that you and I, the moment we saw it, we said, oh, yeah, we very much looking forward to this. Yeah, man, the Suicide Squad.
That "the" is very important.
That "the" is very important. Like they had, you know, Batman versus Superman, all they like. No, they had, now we got the Batman. Now we got the Suicide Squad, which is just another way of saying we ain't them sorry motherfuckers.
Yep, exactly.
Nah, people. The Suicide Squad. The moment that we saw this trailer, which was released, was it during
DC fandom event?
And the DC fandom event, man, that happened
this summer.
Yeah, we talked about that on 8-Bit Crumbs at the time.
We did.
And the moment we saw this, we were like, you know what?
Nailed it.
Yep, because And I'm sure you have the same reasons why, but I'm gonna let you talk about your reasons. For one, they included crazy ass characters like
Polka Dot
Man. Oh man, they get insane. Like this trailer is the moment I saw it, I was like, just your roster of crazy ass villains makes this something I want to see. Something that they made like they tried to make it sound like in Suicide Squad. Oh shit, it ain't like the DC shit out there. This is wild. Like, nah, you just like every other thing we saw. It's the same shit. No, this is James Gunn. And James Gunn, as you know, as with Guardians of the Galaxy, he embraces the craziness of something.
Yeah, he does.
And he brought in, he's like, nah, man, it ain't enough to have dudes just dressed up in silly ass costumes. Look at what I got for you.
There's a derpy weasel, walled-eye weasel looking every direction.
Wait, can I use Rocket Raccoon in this? No.
Somebody said,
Fine.
Corey, you predicted this. You said, what's he going to do next? Is he going to direct Suicide Squad with a possum? And I was like, I didn't know that I had predicted it that close, but I got kind of close. They had a weasel. Have you not seen this trailer before? Oh, it's brilliant, man.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But James Gunn, like I said, who already knows how to embrace the bizarre, the weird of something. This seems like this is right up his alley right here. And they're not going to be forced to work under the old DC model of forcing a universe or having to work within this whatever crazy ass plan they had.
We don't really often see that in a lot of films. Usually it's all these amazing powers. So
Sure.
I think that's going to be a blast, and he's the right guy to deliver something like this and fully embrace what the Suicide Squad is supposed to be.
Yep. And it's going to be rated R.
Yes,
So
he needs to be
Courtney,
so
yeah.
violent.
yeah, it's going to, with them killing everybody. And that's the point. He wants to do it in insane ways. Yeah, this is going to be, I'm very curious to see what's going to be going on with the level of violence here.
It's that and the Batman that all the DC properties that are coming out in the next few years that I'm most excited for.
Here's another one that we had overlapped right here as far as movies go that are our most anticipated movies of 2021.
Next Halloween,
That's Azalea Banks' house right there with that cat. Cook cat right there. Stewed that cat.
when the sun sets, he kills.
Jesus. Goddamn right he kills.
Loading that guy.
People, this is Halloween Kills. Now, this is under the same team that brought us the reboot of Halloween recently. Was it Joseph Gordon-Green?
Yeah, David Gordon Green.
David Gordon-Green and what's his name?
Danny
Danny
McBride.
McBride,
McBride.
writing and John Carpenter producing.
It seems like they actually have an idea of what they want to do. They said that they want this to be a trilogy. So, look, as far as I know, we have 3 movies that have been planned out. We got a pretty much a well thought out story arc, hopefully. So I'm curious to see what they do with this, man.
I was so impressed with Halloween 2018. It's my favorite of the Halloween movies.
Sure,
Like
sure.
I all the respect to John Carpenter's original film. It's what popularized the slasher subgenre. But that movie, it kind of took the piss out of slasher films and also the Halloween franchise itself. Like it had a little humor to it, which
Yeah.
I think that what made it work so well. And if they kind of continue with that formula, but also expand upon even the more dramatic elements, like Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, like this, she has this PTSD and how it's afflicted her and how it's affected his entire family. Like, I really like that.
Yeah, me
and so
too.
you're balancing all these different genres and elements, and it worked out so well. It's just like, I'm going to give them the leeway.
No, I'm looking very much forward to Halloween Kills, man. That's one that I think that, man, you finally made a real story out of this instead of like just going in and giving me the most basic kind of slasher theme. And I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to what they would do with it if they have truly a trilogy planned out.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. Oh, let's see here. There's another one I have in common with you, Chris. This is more overlap with Chris and I on our list of most anticipated movies of 2021. And changing a little bit gears, we've already had comic books out there. We have horror. Now let's get into a little bit of sci-fi.
All of civilization depends on it.
Thing with Dune is, look, I know nothing about Dune except I saw the shitty version that was made years ago.
David Lynch
film. I never read the novel, but this is perfect for me because apparently this is somebody who really respects and loves and has permission of the studio to go in and make sort of a more faithful adaptation of the novel. And being that I haven't read it, I hope to see that this faithful adaptation works for the screen so that I can watch it kind of with fresh eyes and have it, you know, be something that really is good, something that's not made to be weird, you know, because David Lynch made versions of it where he had a rat. He had what was it?
It was a rat connected to the one guy to keep him alive. You have to milk it every day. It didn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, you have to milk a rat or something.
Rat cat.
A rat cat or something to stay alive. So David Lynch went in and added his own crazy shit to it.
I'm only kind of nervous in as much as, yeah, you talk about David Lynch going in and adding crazy stuff to it. When you go like, well, I'm sure what Jodorowsky was going to do was going to be, and then he was going to even throw most of the book out and do something
weirder.
Yeah, weirder. And it just makes me nervous. Like, well, is this one of those stories that you just can't tell like it is?
Yeah.
Now, it's Denis Villeneuve, so, I mean, he's got a great track record. And if anybody else is doing it, I'd be like, man, I don't know.
He's one of those few filmmakers who's well suited to this, to take that material and to make it as digestible as possible.
Right.
Which is already kind of indigestible to begin with. So that's why I'm excited with it. If anyone could do it, he can.
Yeah, plus, I'll be honest with you. This might change when I see it, and it's, you know, unfairly maybe, not going to get this chance. I never thought that this was something that was going to be this huge blockbuster. That
I don't think it is.
I never thought that this is going to be the one. I just don't think so.
Yeah.
And maybe it's cool that it is going to streaming, because I didn't think it was going to be this huge blockbuster that they thought it was going to be.
I think it has a better chance of being seen by more people on streaming than in the
I do
movies.
too.
Because people say this is like, I see a giant worm and Aquaman, and he's fighting people, and that's cool. But Dave Bautista, he's like an albino. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I don't know either.
There's a lot of confusing imagery here.
Yeah, no, but you know what? That's one of the things that everybody. If no one knows Dune for anything else, they know it for Big Worm.
Big word. Yeah.
Our big ass asshole in the same.
Yeah.
Look at they were like, you know I ain't mean that, right?
Is this going to shit on us right now? Here's where you and I kind of part ways. And that's kind of appropriate for this movie. I'm sort of the Vin Diesel. You are the Paul Walker right here. When it comes to this movie, we part ways right here. But this is the last movie that we had overlap with on our list of most anticipated movies of 2021.
Took 25 people to take him down.
I have not seen that scene before.
Dom kind of busy right now.
His brother.
That's
Your
stupid.
whole life, you pushed yourself to be faster than Dom. Smarter than Dom.
I'm okay. Dom's head hard.
Bro's head good. Bro, sorry for your house.
Stronger.
Motherfuckers jump out of windows like there's mattresses.
I cannot wait to see this movie at Master Pancake Theater.
So I just want them to go as ridiculous as possible at this point.
Your wish has been granted.
I know, that's why I cannot wait for it. I want to be with the family yet again.
Honestly, just watching this even now, this is like a parody of a Fast and the Furious.
I know.
There's no bridge!
Oh, hell no. People, it's so fun. Faf 9, of course, what we're talking about, and it's so funny because I feel like everybody's been partying, and I feel like I've been the one that's been outside talking about, well, y'all shut up and keep quiet. And then I finally enter the room, I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. And everybody's kind of like, man, we done with this shit. Where's everybody going? Hey, I just got here, man. I feel like I'm the one that finally has kind of accepted Fast and Furious for what it is.
I've embraced it.
I mean, I have, but this one, it just goes it's too far.
That's why I've accepted it. I was like, y'all really don't care anymore. So it's like, why am I gonna care then? It's like, all right.
Honestly, it's not even the drama stuff it's not even the action stuff.
Drama? Don't you dare say
No. I'm gonna go in the drama stuff, man, because now they're saying, oh yeah, Dom has had a secret brother this whole time.
I know.
And it's it's John Cena of all people. It's like, they don't look nothing alike, but okay. But you just gotta go with it. That's what I'm most excited about, is just seeing them in a room talking about family and the betrayal family. I don't care about the action. Exactly. Okay, fair enough.
The big testosterone off.
That's what I'm most excited. Just the ridiculous plot stuff.
They both got white daddies. One fucked a black chick, another fucked a white chick. And this is what came out.
There you go. That's what I want.
Plus, it's always funny to me, John Cena's face, the more he tries to look mad, the more he looks like somebody pretending to be mad.
Yeah.
He looks like Ernest.
He's definitely Ernest.
Ernest goes to jail.
Martin.
Yes.
This is where you and I have crossovers.
Ah.
I saw your list and said, oh, that's on my list too. And here's one of the first ones I noticed that was on both of our lists for best movies, or sorry, most anticipated movies of 2021 for us.
I knew it. I knew it'd be this one.
Yep.
Called Washington Heights. The streets were made of music.
Ricky Ricardo.
Here I come to save the day.
No, see, I'm home now. You know, this is In the Heights, man. So why would I not like this? The trailer already got me with the music, but knowing that the music in the trailer is good, knowing that it's already been proven on Broadway, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, he's behind this, and I just saw Hamilton on Disney Plus. So yeah, man, I enjoyed everything I saw in the trailer. Why would this not be a win-win for me to expect this as one of the movies that I want to see for 2021?
Sure.
When I like the trailer, and plus I like the creative forces behind it.
It's a movie I was anticipating seeing in 2020.
Exactly, man. Yeah, when I had to push it. But I love the music that I'm hearing so far. So I'm very much looking to see what else they got to offer in the film.
He's got a bunch of stuff. Lin-Manuel Miranda has a bunch of stuff coming up in 2021.
That's cool. Martin, here's another movie you and I had crossover for our list of most anticipated movies of 2021.
Good morning, Goldie. My name is Guy, and I live in Free City. I have everything I need.
Yeah, man, fuck that story. That means that trailer just comes on.
Today, literally not once.
So you combine
The Groundhog's Day and the Lego Movie.
You combine Groundhog's Day with a more adult Wreck-It Ralph and GTA.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, who could not turn that down? And plus, you have Ryan Reynolds as the lead right there, as the villain in the movie. One of my favorite directors right now.
Or she, indeed.
This loser is ruining the game, man.
I don't care if he's
Taika Waititi,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. So yeah, that's really what this is. The closest thing we'll get to a GTA movie, while having, you know, looks like a great sense of humor, and then like you said, even a little bit of Lego Movie in there. Also, movies like that, you know, they could be, you know, a little bit too. It could be too much going on. I was surprised that we had this on our list because I didn't know anybody was talking about it, but I remember hearing that they were doing this, and again, no trailer for it, but this is one of my most anticipated movies of 2021, which is Jackass 4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because, well, man, these dudes are older now.
that's the thing.
They're in their
Because
50s.
Because they're working without a net now. Because
Yeah.
always before they were always on something. They were either drunk
Yep.
or popping pills and young, so they felt indestructible and they could laugh and do all that stuff. And as we saw in Jackass 3. Steve-O was sober at that time. And so when it came to doing those stunts, he was kind of like, all right, I'm going to do this. He was a little scared. So now that they're all in their 50s, how's this shit going to work?
I just want to see the expression on their faces now that their bodies hurt more. The bodies are out of whack. They can't get drunk. They can't get high. You know, it's just going to hurt, man. Yeah, man. It's going to be more fucked up for them than ever. They were like, well, we did all this shit before.
I will only be upset if they come in and go like, all right, well, we can't really do this as much, but we got a new crew. And be like, nah, get the
better
fuck
not
out of
do
here.
that.
You better get your ass up there. Get your ass in there right now. All right, let's go to our next one right here. This one, Martin and I, we talked about this not too long ago, but I think we agree when we say this is on our list because not only do we like some of the actors and actresses that are in this movie, but again, this is something, depending on when it comes out, and I don't see any other reason why it shouldn't be, but this could be a very timely movie. Something that, you know, we don't like struggle movies, but maybe this will get people talking about things besides the stuff that's happening in real life, you know, addressing the things that need to be talked about at this moment. Yeah, people, this is Judas and the Black Messiah, and this is about how the Black Panther Party was infiltrated. They try to take it out from the inside by getting one of their own to go in, pretty much knock them out, man. This is this is something that needs to be talked about right now because, you know, after we saw the riots that happened at the Capitol. We saw actual domestic terrorism, and people are still trying to excuse that. People are still trying to say that, you know,
conspiracy.
yeah, it's conspiracy, or let's not, you know, they weren't that bad. These are, you know, these are people. Let's not try to ruin their lives. These are fucking terrorists, and I have no sympathy for them, because with this movie, I hope one of the messages that it conveys is that, you know, whether it be a radical party, as they say, or a party that tried to watch out and defend themselves, or people just coming up with their own, you know, black people have always been seen as a menace just for existing.
Sure. And this is a chance for people to see this and go, oh, wait, maybe all that talk about BLM being a terrorist organization is a smear campaign.
Let's take it easy a little
Sure,
bit.
sure. Lighten up the
Oh
room.
shit, he's about to go off now. You know what? No. I'm sorry. You know what?
Should have put that on my list.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll ease back. Let's have some fun. Here's something that's compared to what we just saw, a little more lighthearted, and it's with the company that, after what we've just seen recently on something else, they're kind of on a roll, and this movie seems to continue one of the areas that they did something well with, and this is the other overlap that Martin and I had for our most anticipated movies of 2021.
Of enemies.
This looks like a return to the spy espionage tone that we had with Winter Soldier as we talk about Black Widow right here. Black Widow was supposed to be out in 2020, but of course they pushed that back. I'm excited because they are going back to the Winter Soldier type feel with this. I'm not expecting anything very radical from it. I'm not expecting anything, you know, I'm expecting to be the formula that we follow at some point in this. But at least, again, it's a throwback to a movie that I really liked because it did felt refreshing at the time. And this could be, you know, maybe not as original as it felt at the time because we've seen it with that, but this could be a nice throwback to that.
Yeah, and I do like, you know, tight spy thrillers quite a bit. And even though it's had the heroics in it, I feel like it's been a while since we've had a good Marvel super movie. You know, it's interesting what they're doing with Frances Pugh. Is it Frances?
Yeah.
I
forgot her name.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, there you go.
As Yelena Belova thrown in the other Black Widow. Also, man, David Harbour just can't stay out of Russia these days.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's because I'm theme with him.
But yeah, every one of these trailers, especially I hadn't even seen this one, has me more and more excited about it.
This would be a good thing to watch alongside Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah,
comes out.
Yep.
Because those two things feel very similar in tone. Oh, this one, this is the last one Martin have on our list as far as movies that have overlap or that we have in common on our list of most anticipated movies of 2021. I don't have any trailer for this or anything, but I do have this really shitty Photoshop that I found.
Oh no! Oh wow! Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, people, this is The Harder They Fall, which is a black western that's going to be showing up on Netflix with Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Zazie Beetz, Lakeith Stanfield, Delroy Lindo, and Regina King.
That is an all-star cast right
there.
there.
Great cast.
Wow. Very impressive.
Even though that's a really horrible Photoshop.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Wow, the film grain is completely different in both of those. And why would the smaller figure be in the front?
This is two different movies. That's taken from the background, somebody's trip at the Grand Canyon.
Right.
The smoke is fake coming out.
Oh, it sure is.
All right, I'm gonna make mine quick. This is the list where we don't have any overlap. So I'm gonna, and this is our own personalized list where none of us overlap with each other. Okay. I'll go through mine pretty quickly, and like I said, I categorized, my list. I split it up in different. Based on different expectations for these movies. And I'm going to start out with, you have your blockbusters, man. These are the ones that you expect no matter what because they're event films. And that makes this even more interesting because some of these event films, where they would lock a date down and they ain't moving because they're so huge. Mm-hmm. Some of these movies have been shuffled so many times. So I can't even say that I'm sure that these are going to come out in 2021.
Yeah, it's 3-card money.
Yeah, it sure is, man. The Hollywood Shuffle, man. I can't say for sure. But right now, they say that April, that's going to be it. After they done moved this man around so much, He's almost like a
he's traveled the globe.
this man, he's almost like a foster kid. He's been from date to date, month to month. People, this is one of my most anticipated movies of 2021. He's like, where am I?
Wait, 2021? 2020? Where am I?
People, that is No Time to Die.
No time to get a release.
Ain't got no time to die because you've been shuffled around so much. But I'm looking forward to this because, well, look, it's a James Bond movie. Why not? Plus, it's been moved around so much that builds up anticipation. But there's a lot of significance with this latest Bond movie, which is it is the last Daniel Craig Bond film. But not only that, with Daniel Craig leaving, it also ends this particular Bond's story arc. There's a lot going on with this, with Daniel Craig leaving, and I'm very, very interested to see how that happens. But
don't let the door hit you.
Yeah, oh, I liked him, man. I know you don't like him.
I'm kind of going back and forth with Daniel Craig. Like honestly, I've liked some of his tenure throughout the films. I was a big fan of Casino Royale and Skyfall and things. But honestly, I'm tired of him fucking complaining all the time.
No, that's,
I'm just like, if you don't want to be a
off
Bond
screen
anymore,
and
then
on. This is a Bond who spent every movie trying to quit.
So it's just like let's move on to someone who's actually excited about being Bond.
Yeah, you know, it's like you're getting millions of dollars and you still talking about, oh, god damn, I don't want to do this. Well, don't.
But I'm hoping they pulled this off, and I hope that they even correct some of the things they kind of took a misstep with. Like I thought, Christoph Waltz's Blofeld was brilliant casting, and I thought they did nothing with him.
Yeah.
So do something with him here, okay?
Well, I mean, look, it's just like Star Trek. When the James Bond movies here are good, they're great. When they weren't that good, then they really stood out as not being that good.
Yeah.
Here's my next movie that is one of my most anticipated blockbusters of 2021. Fuck you. King Kong versus Godzilla. Listen.
I always put this on my list, but I was like, nobody's interested in this movie except me.
Nah, man. This is something I think a lot of people are interested in. And I'm going to tell you, I love this version of Godzilla. Just the movies, not so much. They're lacking a little bit. Like the first one, Forgiven Promise. The second one that they had out there, King of the Monsters. I'm like, you can keep that shit. Yeah. But I do really like Kong Skull Island.
It's so much fun.
That movie's awesome, man. I like that movie a lot.
But you remember Samuel Jackson mean mugging Kong throughout that movie. Remember John Goodman just like, I don't give a shit, I just love monsters. Or John C. Reilly just like, was living there for nearly 20 plus years. Like those characters at least stick out, even if they're thinly written. They're fun. I remember any of the characters from the previous Godzilla films.
I don't either.
And so they're doing this film is just like, all right, get rid of all those terrible human characters in Godzilla, and let's get some more human characters that I can at least care about or at least be entertained by in this new standoff.
Samuel Jackson says, I want to fight a giant gorilla.
Yeah.
He's like, he looked at Kong and said, motherfucker.
Exactly.
He's like a dude that wants to fight a giant gorilla, man. It's like, all right. I mean, he looked right in his face and said, fuck you. And Kong is like, really, man? All right. It's like Kong just kind of walked away like, dude, I could just crush you right now.
He just want to be left alone. And I'm cheering for Kong, by the way. I know everyone's going to have their Godzilla versus Kong. No, Kong, goddamn.
No,
well, you know what's going to happen.
Kong is American.
Yeah, he's American. Exactly. That's why I want him to win.
And you know what's going to happen? They're going to end up finding a bigger.
There's going to be another monster.
And they're going to have to get joint
team
forces.
You got to team up.
Yeah, which is what I want to see, man.
Same.
Just get down to this.
At the end, they'll give each other the nod. Go separate ways.
Good work, man.
Yeah, you all right.
I want to see your ass. Nah, man. I'm looking forward to Kong bringing Godzilla to the level of just be fun, man.
Yes.
Let's get to the dramatic and the artsy areas, man. We talked about this the other day, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what these directors would do now that they're not attached to like a big studio, a huge studio property.
I'm 23 years old, and sometimes I wonder if life was wasted on me.
And that is Cherry, and this is from the directors, as you just saw the name, the Russo brothers, man, who just getting off riding high with Infinity War, Endgame, giving us some of the biggest Marvel movies that they're are at this point. But this is them pulling back, going in and doing something a little more dramatic, but also something that still has a lot of the directing flair, man. You know, they don't have to like do by the numbers directing or work with with big special effects and green screen stuff. You know, they're getting down to working with actors. Like I said, it looks like they're taking what somebody would like make with very depressing direction, and they're doing the whole thing of, I'm one of the few people that was not totally depressed by Requiem for a Dream, because the direction flair in that was so cool.
Yeah.
So this seems to be going the same way, man. I like that. I like this. A lot of energy behind something that's supposed to be kind of depressing. We hope. My next movie on my list here, we talked about this recently. And we talked about how much we were looking forward to this because, again, diversity with leads and things that we usually don't see them in.
The unknown, it's what supports the tension of a relationship.
You're angry.
No, the what if factor.
Marie.
God damn it, Marie!
What did you hear me?
That is David Washington and Zendaya.
John David
Washington. I know I was missing a name in this. Where's that John? Where's that boy name at? That's Denzel Washington's son. But this is Malcolm and Marie. Even though somebody disagreed, I still hold on to what I say, that it has like slight hints of the French New Wave in there. It's black and white. It's a tumultuous relationship. This is something that doesn't, while it definitely has elements of the culture in there, this is something that does not depend on these people identifying as black through the whole movie. It's a relationship. At least that's what it looks like right now. Relationship film. So that is one of the reasons. And I just love, you know me, I love artsy films. So that is one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to this in 2021. Speaking of artsy films, this is somebody that usually is, they're off and on with me. But when they're on, I really love what they do. This is one of the people that I say is a true auteur. I hardly use that word with anybody, who has made one of my most anticipated movies of 2021.
It began as a holiday, eager to escape a bright future on the Great Plains. Sazerac, Kremens, Roebuck Wright. These were his people.
Don't know what the fuck this is. But
wait, there's a black person in a Wes Anderson movie?
The times they are a-changing.
Oh my God.
Martin, don't get too excited. It's a light-skinned black person. He probably didn't even know he was black. I can tell you this about a Wes Anderson movie. Look, you might not like it every time. I should have it. But when I do see them, I can definitely say, I haven't seen this before, except from him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, he's actually one of my favorite directors, even if I don't care for all of his movies, but I really do love his work. But anyway, French Dispatch. Looking forward to that. I don't even know what the date is on that. Everything's been moved around so much. But don't have a trailer for this movie, but this is another kind of artistic film. But this somebody just gets so weird. You just, look, you walk out and I even know what the hell is going on, but they get so crazy with their movies. It's always something. If it's not interesting, it's pretty fucking funny. And that is, what's his name? Robert Eggers. You know who Robert Eggers is?
Oh, I know I do.
Lighthouse.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Just a shit. Man, this guy is so crazy with these movies.
I love that. All right, we're going to take this photo, and then we're getting in a boat and leaving you two to just kill each other.
People, if you haven't seen The Lighthouse, it is Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe just driving each other crazy as they work at this lighthouse because they're the only people there. And it's insane. It really is, but
in the best way possible.
But in the best way possible. He did the Witch or the Vivitch, where it had a rabbit that just mean mugged and stared people down, and Black Phillip, a goat that just got pissed off and just killed people for no reason, headbutted people. Yeah, I love this guy's movies, man, and he has one that's coming out called The Northman, and it said right here, is weird, wild, and crazy. Like, no shit.
Of course it is.
Yes, we know that.
Yeah, coming from you, yeah. And hey, look, I'm fine not knowing what this is going to be about for the moment.
Better to not know.
Yes, let me get in there and see what crazy shit you unfold before us. I'm fine with that. Apparently, this is coming out in 2021, unless things change. We don't even have a trailer yet, so it possibly could. But as of right now, that's it. Things I'm curious about: Mortal Kombat. It's one of my most anticipated movies of 2021, just because I want to know how they're going to handle this. They say that this is going to be rated R. It's live action. It's not going to be PG-13. So that means they're going to put in everything from the game, including fatalities. How they're going to do that without getting an NC-17, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it. Also helps, I guess, that this is going to be going to HBO Max.
So
nice.
Even better.
Yeah. And I just want to see what they're going to do, because everybody's just some funny boy. I even wonder if people know that this is Macabre Brooks.
People are being bullies about this.
People have said, they looked at Macabre Brooks, who was in Mortal Kombat as Jax, and they said, shit, we didn't know Steve Harvey was going to be in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, shit. Yeah, between the mustache and the teeth.
And the teeth and bald head, it's all there, man. You right here. This is something that I'm just pretty curious about.
Now I've heard there was a secret.
Chris is like, yay!
David played, and it pleased the Lord.
People, that would be Justice League.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
The Snyder Cut. Yeah. Which I know this man, he's not looking forward to this at all, but I am. I like Justice League. I do. That's one of my guilty pleasures. I really do like that movie, but I realize it's not a good movie. One of the reasons why it's not good is because, well, they split up between two people. You had one guy who couldn't finish it because his daughter had a tragedy, and they brought somebody else in who kind of did what they wanted to do. It was a mess. And I don't know if it would have been any more or less a mess had Zack Snyder been there the whole time. But I am very curious to see what his 4-hour cut. It's not going to be a show. It's going to be a 4-hour movie. It'll be a show to me. I'll watch it. I'll watch it in chunks, unless it's that captivating. But I'm really curious to see what his vision is going to be like.
Even a football game, he can't just run through. It's got to go into slow motion.
Slow motion.
He's catching a pass. Come on.
We know what this movie is going to be because we saw Man of Steel, we saw Batman v Superman, we've seen Watchmen, we've seen what his vision of a superhero film is. So it's just, I'm just expecting the same exact thing I've seen.
Here's my next movie that I'm very curious about as being one of my most anticipated movies for 2021. And there you go.
Oh,
that's the clip right there. Well, people, I've been working on Space Jam 2 for so long.
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years. I'm just curious to see what the public is going to think about it. Now that I got LeBron James in there, as you can see, Bugs Bunny's back. Even more shadows.
Yeah.
You know, I made a pioneering, revolutionary shadow in the first Space Jam. Look at the shadows in this one, boy. I really made sure that.
Yeah, look at that one under LeBron's chin.
Our shadow technology has advanced so far. So I'm very curious to see what this is like. So yeah, people, what'd you say?
The shadow under LeBron's chin.
Oh, look at that.
And what you did with his hairline is amazing.
We had to put in a little bit of CG for his hairline right there. Yeah, man. As far as fun things go, I mean, look, we're not saying they're going to be good. It's not even, we're not even saying they're going to be. They're not even saying they're going to be decent. They're probably going to be horrible, but at least they look like they might be fun. One of my most fun, curious movies of anticipated movies of 2021. Look, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Nick Cage anyway. Mm-hmm. But put Nick Cage in a haunted Chuck E. Cheese, or some would say make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie with Nick Cage. Oh shit, that's a dream come true.
Spend the night cleaning Willy's Wonderland, and I will pay to have your car fixed.
The story they told you, it's a lie.
I like the way Willie looks cheap as hell. It's like this movie ain't trying to hide his budget at all, man. What budget? We can't even afford a paper mache fucking animatronic.
Yeah,
over
that's
here.
like a high school mascot costume.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, don't insult high school mascots like that. That looks terrible right there. But people, this is Willy's Wonderland. This is like I said, it's pretty much Nick Cage in Five Nights at Freddy's. He's at a bootleg rip-off Chuck E. Cheese showbiz at night. The animatronics come to life, but they didn't know. They fucking with Nicolas Cage. Yeah, you could have just made that the trailer. Him beating a goddamn animatronic ostrich. That would have been fine. You would have had me sold.
Man, they literally stole Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nicolas Cage doesn't even have any dialogue in this trailer right now. Like everybody's talking except him. All he does is just scream and beat the shit out of things. Again, it's a movie that doesn't try to hide what it is, doesn't try to hide his budget. And they figured, shit, I mean, it's Nicolas Cage beating animatronics. I mean, what more do you need? That's a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to that very much. Coming out in February on VOD. So
okay.
Definitely have put in a request for that. I can't wait for this. Cannot wait for this at all, man. Plus, I've always wanted a Five Nights at Freddy's movie anyway.
They said they were working on one, but I guess that maybe they fell behind.
Maybe that's
the
what they were
pandemic.
talking about this.
Maybe that's what it evolved into.
So you fall behind, Nicolas Cage.
Yep,
Take your shit.
Maybe they worked on it and saw this and went, shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit, I like the way it's like, shit, it ain't Five Nights at Freddy's. It's Five Nights with me.
That's Nicolas Cage.
Right. Five Nights with Freddy.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not locked in here with you.
Yeah.
You're locked in here with me.
Actually, they use that line in there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course
okay.
they do.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
He's not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with him.
Wow.
Jesus.
All right, take it easy, Rorschach.
Yeah, man. It ain't Five Nights at Freddy's. It's one night with Nicolas Cage. Of course, leave it to you, Chris, to end this segment with crazy shit as your most anticipated movie of 2021.
I fear I'm not meant for.
Somebody's
Yeah, I
playing some spoons right there.
Oh shit! This is the last thing that got canceled right before the pandemic.
It was?
Yeah. Like this, there was supposed to. It was supposed to be premiered at South by Southwest, but it was going to be a screening, a critic screening, a couple days before it was going to be at South by Southwest.
Yeah, Peter, this is The Green Knight. Guess it was supposed to come out in 2020.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
But it got canceled. Puppet on puppet violence, man.
I mean, that's the real reason why I'm so excited for this. No, I'm actually, I really love like Arthurian legends and Greek mythology and all sorts of like different cultures and things like that. Like exploring their religions and their lore and things. And like this one has all that, where it's the tale of Sir Gawain, the Green Knight, either the cousin or nephew to King Arthur or whatever. Like A24, it's like I don't love all their stuff, but they do something that's really original each and every single time. And all the imagery I'm seeing in this is just gorgeous.
But one of my most anticipated movies, I don't know how I could forget this, is Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is supposedly coming out in December.
I love Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, well, they've improved it.
We don't know that.
No, I know that. They can only go up.
I don't know, man. This movie, I'm not sure.
Yeah, people, I'm looking forward to it. It's both in my category of being curious about it, but also I love Spider-Man, and I love what they've done with Spider-Man, the MCU.
Yes.
But there have been reports that with Spider-Man 3, this particular Spider-Man 3, that they have indeed brought somebody back that I said that they never would, but I am very happy to be wrong about that, if that is the case, and that's Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
Okay.
Or at least Matt Murdock, as we'll see him in that movie. Having a multiverse now has allowed them to go in and just bring in other people, because they can say if it's working out, well, yeah, it is just a different version, a different universe.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not that same when you saw on Netflix over there.
What about, don't worry about that. Watch this.
Yeah.
Look at this right here.
Don't worry about continuity and shit. That's what, yeah, there you go. Yeah, different dimensions. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that so much, man. If they can bring in, because everybody wanted to see Charlie Cox return as Matt Murdock. I'm happy to hear.
Yeah.
I want to see I'm very curious to see what this whole thing is with their own multiple Spider-Mans, where they're bringing in anybody from Tobey Maguire to Andrew Garfield. And who knows what else they'll do. They're bringing in the villains, such as Electro, Dr. Octopus. No reports about the Green Goblin yet, but maybe they're keeping some things under wraps.
If they have to, of all the villains, I hope they bring back is Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. If you're doing everything, he's my favorite of that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Finish it. Finish it.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.